Good day, America. Welcome to America Weekly with me, Alex CaJones. You're watching another insert of America This Week. And this week, we got some great news for you. As you would no doubt have known, it's been another week where Trump does exactly what he says. If he said it, he gonna do it, y'all. Unless that is grabbing him by the pussy, then he ain't gonna do that. Well, allow me to interrupt myself. My name is Alex CaJones. Did you know they are trying to take your freedom from you? And we're doing our best to stop them. To join the fight, click like, click subscribe, and you see that little Liberty Bell of freedom over there? Click that to make sure that the truth comes out. Let's get back to me. Elon Musk has been featuring again, and why not? The Doge has been doing some damn good work. But it's not just Elon. It's his son that have been making the papers, as they say. We got his name down as XAEX11. We found a young man from Zimbabwe. It's the closest we could get to South Africa in these here times, to ask how one says XAEX11. And he informed us it's actually a dozen. So, interesting name for a son, but he's cute as pie. Now, Elon Musk and Mr. Trump have been doing some interesting things for them folk down in South Africa. In fact, they can be refugees into the United States of America. Don't worry, they're only letting the white ones in. And even then, only the racist white ones. Things are going to be fine. You can Google more about that if you want to. So let's go back to that fateful day last week where there was a press conference held in Mr. Trump's Oval Office. A few of the Associated Press reporters have been asked to leave because they won't call it the Gulf of America, as that little piece of sea off the coast of Louisiana really is. Halfway through, Elon starts talking. He'd be saying, the problem with government is unelected officials that put their nose in government business. I just want to check if I read that right. The problem with government is unelected elected officials. So the problem with government is that unelected. Yeah, so the problem with government is that unelected officials. Yeah, so the problem with government is that unelected officials call the shots, Elon. So on we went, and at one point, little dozen got a little bit bored. He turns to President Trump and says, "Shush your mouth." Now, I thought that boy was going to get a whipping. And this just goes to show what a good man President Trump is. He paid that child no attention. He didn't reprimand him. He didn't shout at him. He just let Elon Musk, the poor boy's father, carry on talking. Now, cast your minds back a few weeks. Had it been Joe Biden, he would have looked over at that boy and kissed him on the forehead, and kissed him on the lips, and kissed him on the neck. And then he would have phoned the Clintons, and they would have found some pizza store and done who knows what to that poor child. Well, there was a small stumbling block last week, and you can't run a government without having some stumbling block. The Doge got rid of some of them folk from the nuclear department. They said, we didn't need you anymore. You may be the wrong folk. So they try to contact them and say, please come back. The only email addresses they had were their work email addresses, so they couldn't get hold of them. I'm sure the same thing won't happen with the nuclear codes, Mr. Trump. Y'all, if there's one thing I don't like, it's a communist celebrity trying to preach to the rest of us. Oh, over the weekend we had another one, Cheryl Crow. You know what she went and did? She went and sold her Tesla. Oh, what an ethical and moral stance you're taking, Miss Sheryl. Only, notice I said sold. If you've really got yourself a problem with Mr. Musk, then why aren't you trashing your Tesla? Why aren't you giving it away? Why aren't you burning it? No, you're a communist capitalist. Instead, what you did is you sold your Tesla and took cash. You know what that's called, Sheryl? Upgrading. I suppose a change will do you good. Some of y'all good folk might be missing Marjorie Taylor Greene. Don't you worry. she's still around and still doing the Lord's work. In fact, she's been heading up a Doge subcommittee this last week. But somebody went and insulted her real good, and I don't take kindly to this. Representative Robert Garcia, heard of him? I never. Pulled out a picture of Elon Musk, looked at Marjorie Taylor Greene and said, "There's your dick pic." I can't believe that. Well, this last weekend, we had the Daytona 500, and his honorable self, President Donald J. Trump, arrived and celebrated the event in style. Now, that's what I'm talking about being American. It's about fuel, it's about fun, and it's about finding a lot of other things to do. If you can't say cheap gas and lots of ass, what are we even doing in our politics? Well, that's about it for America this week with me, Alex CaJones. But for one last story, it turns out Elon Musk is, well, he's a horny old bugger, isn't he? He's just had his 13th child, if we're to believe the reports. And if you will, I think his speech at the beginning of the year makes more sense. He was merely saying, "I'd like this one to be this high." For America Weekly this week, my name is Alex CaJones. Please do join us for more. We got so many stories coming your way. We're still looking forward to our segment on Project 2848. There's a whole bunch coming. We are back. We are growing. So F you, Deep State.